Forward 3 deep, and it's going to be right on the leaders in just a moment as they come up to the turn from Fontainebleau. And last of all is Destined for Fame. Up before the bend, 500 metres left to go. Keeper's Son is just in front of Shabaya Crossing. Friaresca's doing it very tough. Cloak and Dagger has got cramped up behind them as Ducasa got to the outside. Fontainebleau's out wider. Verve de Vigo got a bit lost as well. Shabaya Crossing has raced up to put the nose in front of Keeper's Son. The Bolter fighting back. Here's Friaresque down the outside. Ducasa and Fontainebleau as well. Keeper's Son, the Bolter on the inside is just in front. Friaresque, Ducasa and Fontainebleau. Ducasa beat Fontainebleau. Close up Friaresque, a big run, and Keeper's Son has run fourth. And then came Shabaya Crossing and deeper out Verve de Viga, then Cloak and Dagger, and the last one to greet the judges, Destined for Fame. Well, they were spread across the track with 100 to go. Didn't know where to look. Keeper's Son was fighting on, and then the swoopers started to emerge, and Ducasa was the one with Fontainebleau and Jared Noski riding on a crest of a wave. Has got it home at 6.50 and 2.40. Fontainebleau at 3.10, and Friaresque will be third. Big run after missing the start and covering ground, and Keeper's Son, who was 100 to 1, has boxed on well. Looked like shaking them off with about 100 to go, but just couldn't quite hang on. A lot of refunds on this race, on all the novelties, with everyone probably banking on Royal Star in trifectas and first fours. We'll have a betting announcement as well before correct weight is signalled. Ducasa, who sat one out and one back, had a great run. Cloak and Dagger got lost and tied up before the corner. Verve de Viga as well got shuffled back at a crucial stage. And in the meantime, it was the horses tracking up out wider, Ducasa and Fontainebleau, who both put in big runs. $6.50 and $2.40 unofficially, with the scratching of Royal Star. It's still held up well, $6.50 and $2.40. Starting favourite in the end was Verve de Viga, a $3.40 chance on tote for those favourite number players. Okay, well, Ducasa for Sharon Miller. Of course, we've already seen Stephen Miller land a winner today. Sharon with the Ducasa downstairs.
Yeah, thank you, Richie. Down here now with Sharon Miller. And Sharon, I think like a lot of people in this race, although no one wants to see another horse being scratched, there might have been a little smile come across the face when the $1.18 favourite gets pulled out.
Yeah, sometimes in racing, that's all you can say. It's racing. Yeah, but that was one of the lucky things.
Exactly right. Now, once that horse came out, and your horse was going to be very hard to beat. We talked about the form lines leading into it behind Platypus, which has put in some nice runs. You're a winner as well at Bunbury. And then last start, you did finish 3 lengths behind Royal Star, but you had similar runs, and this horse did attack the line strongly.
Yeah, he sort of bundled it a bit on the turn. Jared gave him one the left hand, and he was daydreaming and sort of took fright of that and did a good job to pick himself up to run third. But he's improving all the time. We
talk about breeding so much in racing and what they show, but this guy had given you indications of being probably a bit of a sprinter, but he's just starting to show some different aspects, isn't he, as he matures?
Yeah, he's really quite a strong horse, and I thought he would be more of a sprinter, but he's seeming like he needs more ground. So, yeah, you never know.
You mentioned his strength from what you've seen at home as well with that. A horse that's going to be able to have a fair few runs in a campaign?
Yeah, he's a really tough horse. You can't fill him up, and he's related to Moorish. So he could, get ground.
There was some fun with that horse.
There was a lot.
Certainly a bit more size about this guy as well. Any plans for the prep?
We'll just keep heading on and put him over some ground and see how we go.
Well, very nice to get a Saturday winner, Sharon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's Sharon Miller, trainer of Ducasa, as we said, has taken out race number 3, the Amelia Park Handicap, over the 1,600 metres. That was after the $1.18 favourite Royal Star was scratched at the barriers there. So certainly threw a bit of a curveball into the racing. Let's now join Jared Noski, who is having an absolute field day in recent times, continues to ride winner after winner. Jared, really nice performance there. It was tough late.
Yeah, it was a really good win today. He raced a lot closer today than he has been. Throughout the run, I sort of had to niggle him a little bit. Felt one coming in at the corner. I just didn't want to have to be hunting around the corner and going early on him. And he come out in the straight, balanced up and hit the line well.
Tell us about the cornering. Sharon mentioned that was a bit of an issue last time. You had to use the left hand. Did he handle it better today with more maturity and racing experience?
He did, because he had the chance to travel, I think. He didn't travel around the corner. Last time I was trying to stay with Royal Star and I just couldn't really, so today being able to travel around the corner definitely helped.
We were talking to Sharon then, closely related to Moorish, and she was one saying that you thought that this horse needs further. So to win over the 1,400 metres in a nice field as well, only positives as you do step up in distance.
Definitely, yeah. I think he'll get further. Like today, he wanted to spit the bit out in the run, so yeah, no issue with him getting further.
As we said, your form continues, mate. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Jared Noski there, winning riding aboard of Ducasa, which has taken out the Amelia Park Handicap over the 1,600 metres. Continue and enjoy your day here at Ascot as we do celebrate Chinese New Year's race day.